All right, Seth. Okay, here's the closer up. And as you come into the swing down, your hand is right behind the ball. You see that. Your finger's right in the center of the ball. See clearly your position of your hand. And then as you get to the top here and come through, your hand stays behind the ball pretty well. So you can still see the index finger. As I was looking from the front, I couldn't see the index finger. It's hidden by the ball. And right there, your fingers are about 5 o'clock. And you come out and you see the rotation you get. It's more end over end on that shot.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Why did that happen?
Probably because you're trying to work on these other things, and we're not worried about rotation as much. But we'll show you. Now, I'm going to show you Sean Rash's release. He's pretty close to where you are, but a little different. I'll show you the difference. And this is what we did in the drill that we worked on today. So this will go right hand in hand with what we just finished with the drills that we achieved. Let's go over to Sean Rash's video. He's probably one of the highest rev players in the tour. Player of the year last year. And again, I'm not saying that you copy him, but on the other hand,
Whoever is a release 2 copy.
yeah, he and it's not just him. It's a bunch of other guys that do it the same way. Now watch him stepping over, by the way. See that step over? You can see his foot going one in front of the other.
Yep.
Now here he comes down. That's the position I had you guys pretty much in that drill, where your index finger.
His looks like his hand position's a little more tilted, or
Yes.
not tilted, but angled to the right.
Yes.
Is that to get more side roll as opposed to forward roll?
Yeah, and he's also, his fingers are lower to the equator, aren't they? If I do the equator of the ball of you over here, let me see if I can bring yours up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit bigger here. If I draw the equator of the ball across your ball, about right here in the middle, you're pretty close. That's a pretty good position to be in at the finish. Now we'll see where he is at the finish, okay? That's in the backswing. Now watch his balance arm. There it is. See the thumb upside down, the hand's upside down? But it's kind of marking where the ball is going to go, isn't it? See, I put a little red dot here in the center of his hand with this line in it right here to show where his hand is. Watch where the ball comes through. It's going to be right below that red dot when it comes through. And here he comes down to the finish. Now you see, index finger pointed straight down. You see that? Like he's going to shoot a hole in the approach with a gun. His wrist is cocked a little bit. Your wrist is just straight.
A little bit straighter.
He's got a little bit of wrist cock.
Does that help create more side roll?
It can, and more revolutions, because he just unlatches all this now. Watch him. Just unlatches. And at 6 o'clock, he's out. About the same place you're at when you're out of the ball. See? Same place you're at. Only he just uncocks from a different position. He's a little more cocked than you are.
So if I want to get more revolutions, then I can cock it a little bit.
You can, and then just let it unlatch at the finish. Talking about unloading, not loading up. He's unloading, and it's only a quarter of a turn. Watch, his fingers are not even over quite to 9 o'clock. They're about 8:30, pointed 8:30, and watch, he goes down to 6 o'clock, and it's done.
It's already moving.
It's out of his hand right there, and watch the result. We'll put it in full speed here. You see the kind of revs he gets from just a quarter of a turn. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Watch that. Look at that ball. That ball is just going crazy. So it's not a lot of this. It's just this. Yeah, just unloading it real quickly, and it happens fast. You can't think your way through this, gentlemen. So don't even try to think your way through it. You set it up and then let it happen. You don't think about throwing a frisbee or a yo-yo. You don't say, I'm going to flip my wrist just this way or all my muscles. You just do it. You know, it's quick and snappy. So that's what we're looking at here.
So that's where we need to get.
Yeah, this is the high level release in the Pro Tour. You just want to, if you can learn some of this or get close to this, that'll be fine. But this is something that's really difficult. It's very hard to achieve that release. But I wanted to show it to you because the key for me is most people think to throw the ball like that you have to really do a lot of rotation of your hand, come around it, or muscle it up or hit up on it. And you see he's not hitting up, he's throwing it down into the lane. You see that? Look how smooth it goes into the lane. Look at that. Boom. You see that? Right down into the lane. And just a quarter of a turn is all he's doing. That motion right there, from there to there, is all it is. It's like that pop I was telling you about when I had your hand and I rotated your hand and went pop. That's all he's doing. It's here, to there, here to there, here to there. That's it. I just wanted you to see that. And the same is true for 4 other guys that I can quickly bring up. Let's look at Jason Couch, and I'll make him bowl right-handed. For me, he'll do it. He's a good guy. Okay, here's his release, and we'll make him bowl right-handed. And when I bring him down here, pretty cool, huh? Look at his hand position right there, and look at Sean Ratch's hand position. Do they look different? If you didn't see the bodies and you just saw the hands, they're almost the same, are they not?
He's just a little more coiled up.
Yeah, a little bit more. And watch Sean's elbow. It's going to, watch Jason's elbow. See the elbow move to the body?
Mm-hmm.
It moves inward. That movement in is a key thing. The elbow moves in as the wrist unloads.
How should that feel? So it should be, where should it be?
The elbow moves this way in. Throw a frisbee. As you throw a frisbee, the elbow comes in. You see how my elbow's coming toward my body?
Mm-hmm.
Throwing a frisbee? Yeah. Here's Wes Malott. We'll put Wes Malott up here as well. The big nasty. I think he's in a couple of our folders. I think he's in this one with the release. Yeah, there he is right there. So we'll see Wes. There he is. And he does the same thing these other guys do. We'll have to get a little closer with it here in a minute. But right there, he's in that same position, isn't he? Same hand position. Index finger pointed straight down, just like we see with Couch right there, you see? Just like we see with Sean. And if I put over here now Chris Barnes, the guy we started with today. Whoops. I'm going to blow it up a little bit. You'll see the same positioning. And notice how the arm comes real close to the body. See how the arm is trailing along the edge of the torso there?
Yep.
But right there, see the same position of the finger pointed straight down? It's harder to see. It's a little bit blurry. Whoops. I moved the wrong button there, sorry. But right there, he's in that same position these guys are in. Very similar, okay? Very similar. He just comes out at 6 o'clock, he's out of it. And look how deep he is. He's throwing it way out and have it come way back. So he's throwing the big hook ball, but it's just this motion right there. Not a lot of rotation, is there? A lot less than you think, so less is more again. Okay, here's Couch. Watch the move. Not a lot of rotation, but he gets the job done. Look at that.
You're not hitting up. Hitting
No, notice how the ball is going. All these guys, the ball is going down into the lane. See that?
Yep.
Down into the lane. Very smooth, like an airplane landing on a runway. On a good landing, right? Same thing.
Hanging on to it then? Is that what's going on?
Just maybe pushing up a little bit. You're not doing it nearly as bad. I don't think you're doing bad that area at all right now. So you're achieving it. You don't have to do it perfectly like these guys are doing. You just go in that direction. I know you would. I know. Of course, that's what that's what us thinkers want to do. Of course, of course. Now let me show you one more thing real quick here. We'll pull up Bill O'Neill from the King of Bowling, I believe. Yeah. And I want you to see. I want you to watch how the ball goes into the lane with him. See that?
So much more smooth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smooth and down. You see that? Going right down. And right off his hand, it's rotating right away, isn't it?
Yep.
Boom. Look at the rotation he gets right away. It's not a very good video. Let me pull up another one of him. That's got a little bit of a jerky to it. I don't know. Let's try. That's not Bill O'Neill. There we go. Let's try this one. This is the one I use more often, I think. Yeah, it's got a better swirl on the ball so you can see it easier, how much rotation he's getting with so little effort. Okay. So he is doing the same thing. I think if we have a back view, we can see it. Let me see if I got a back view of him. Not sure we do in this set. I would have used it before probably. Nope, not him. Nope. But you can see even from the front view that this motion is very smooth. Notice where his hand is. Notice the head and the ball again are lined up, right? And as it comes through, just a little bit of rotation. You see that movement? Just unloads. See that unloading movement? Not much rotation. It's more of unloading, isn't it?
Yep.
Fingers open. You see that? Fingers open. And elbow inside the wrist at the finish. Elbow inside the wrist. Okay?
It's an unloading.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one for you. For